So here we are, we're just about to get into this XCL race at Donington Park. Welcome back to the channel. A bit of a different one for me, an evening event, so something very different. I've put a little bit of practice into this. I should really change the car that I'm going to be using. I've chose to use the AMG for tonight's race. I've chosen some nice colours as well. Just have a little we can spin the car around. I thought I'd go with like a bit of a Night Rider theme with a bit of aggressive lighting on the front there. But yeah, fingers crossed this is going to be a good race. Hopefully we've got a good number of drivers in. It's literally going to be bang on 7 o'clock any second. So I'm just going to type in to this bar here. XCL server 1. And that comes up at Donington Park. We've already got 6 drivers in, so let's head over to that. I have got my mic muted. I'm not sure who's going to be in here, but I'm not going to try and do this as a video. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So a pretty simple fix then. The issue was it wasn't in capitals, so a quick solve there. Evening, guys. So no response from the other drivers in the lobby, but quite a few of the guys are in parties, I think. Just quickly looking over the setup then. Obviously a few changes to be made, which I'll talk about in a second, but if anyone is interested in this setup, I'll certainly think about featuring it in a later video. So I'm going to have to drop my tyre pressures here. My setup, or increase my tyre pressures. So I'm just going to add 3 psi to each of my tyres, because this was 10 degrees less, or 10 degrees more. So we're now 10 degrees less, so I need more pressure. Let's see what kind of lap times people are setting. Let's get out there. So as you can see then, just starting the lap, taking a nice wide line, try and pick up this inside curb, accelerating hard as we come out, trying to keep the car all the way to the right hand side as we come through this section. Catches me a little bit off guard because you can't see the top of the poles through that section there. And really should be on the power a little bit earlier than that. I always forget the name of a lot of these circuits. I think this is McLean's. Trying to keep 3rd gear really through here, so dropping to 2nd wasn't ideal. Always try and be a bit more straighter on the brake here rather than turning and braking at the same time as we come through Coppice. And then out onto the back straight, Starkey straight. Bit of an incident here during the race, which kind of spoilt things a little bit, but not talk about that too much. Through the S's then, trying to keep, I don't know if I could hold 3rd through there, but I think trying not to get a track penalty during the race through there was probably quite difficult, especially for some guys that I think end up picking up some penalties. And then just through the last turn, it was Goddard's, I think. And then across the line, pretty happy with a 27.2.
Session is now over.
Pretty close at the top. So I wonder if everyone's actually made it. 21 drivers assigned, 28 in. One of the Boa drivers there, nice to see. So I'm just going to stop the capture there and start the capture again. Should get all the race on then now. So here we are then in the first race, XCL Server 1 Room 1 at Donington. A number of really great drivers in the lobby this evening, and I think this is going to be a pretty tough race for all the drivers. A good selection of skill throughout the whole field. You can see the front three drivers really, I think, at a different pace level. We've sort of got a mid-section battle going on. Ratmaster, Zidane, I think it's Andy Barney, Gowie, Special K, a number of great drivers throughout the whole lobby, I think. Ratmaster, the number 13 car in the AMG. We've got a pretty mixed grid, really. A number of Porsches. BMW M4 seems to be featuring quite highly in a lot of these lobbies. It seems to be one of those cars that's just a little bit, I think, easier to handle. It seems to be quite planted, so if you're a beginner driver, a little bit of a scuffle there at the I forget, it's the Melbourne, is it the Melbourne hairpin? Two cars coming together. The number 66 car, Aiden 66. Only two McLarens in the race, but still nice to see. Fair bit of action, I think, all the way through the grid, to be honest. Top three contenders here then. SLR Alluvion, I think it was, and then the Honda of Zeppa. Really close battle at the front. I think the guys setting 26 as some of them. 94 car, Toby in the Porsche, and then the 911 of Alluvion. The number 17 car, another driver from the SLR Simi, having a close battle with another Honda. I think there's still only two Hondas in the field, so a lot of people not sure whether to use a Honda. I think there's a lot of people saying it's probably one of the slower cars, but I think it all depends on your driving style, really, because I think I've run a number of laps in the Honda and it feels like a pretty quick car to me, especially at Kyalami. Moving back to the front three drivers. Very tight battle with Toby and SLR Alluvion starting to build that pace. And the red car, the BMW in the background of Andy Barney, qualified P5, currently up into P4. And then we've got Ratmaster, closely followed by Zidane in the back. It really is pressing Ratmaster, very much so under braking. Switching to another battle within the field. We've got Bodie 1917, the BMW, another M4 driver. Do like all these little liveries. Still some nice little battles going on all through the field, even though we're looking further towards the back of the grid. But it's good to see that there's a different variety of driver skill throughout the whole field, which is nice to see that, you know, it doesn't matter if you're coming into some of these online lobbies, that there is still that variety. Number 64 car then of Gowie, a nice guy that I've spoke to previously on the messenger, Ian McGowan. Come very close to picking up fourth place. I think he's currently in fourth place here. Zidane in the Audi R8. Not too far. I think he's ahead of him somewhere there. Yeah, just ahead. Moving to the other AMG, Toast Bro J, driving the other AMG. I do wonder where some of these names come from. 66 car of Aiden just coming up the inside again. He seems to be featuring quite heavily in the race. Just picking him off on the inside there under braking. Coming down into Goddard's. A nice tight little battle. Four cars all fighting over, which is probably P6, I think. Then we've got this close battle again with Zidane and Ratmaster. Andy Barney just up a front there in the BMW. Really playing heavily in my rear view mirror throughout this whole race. I really did think I was going to struggle to keep him behind, which I do struggle to keep him behind. I know he's going to make a little bit of a move here at the inside, darts to the outside, just trying to cover off the inside, and I almost try and stall the car a little bit on the exit there to stop his momentum out of the corner. Another little bit of tactics through the race, and we seem to have swapped around. Toby's overtaken Alluvian there to take P1. We've got a little bit of a back marker out of position there with the green flags, or the blue flags, sorry, the green car. I forget the name of the driver in the green car. But yeah, slightly out of position, just coming between the two guys there. We've got Andy Barney back again here, holding on to P4. Zidane's obviously looks like he's got the better of Ratmaster and just got in front of him somewhere along the circuit. Probably starting to approach sort of 20 minutes into this race. People looking at taking the pit stops, and I was surprised, to be honest, just how much wear seemed to be on the tyre over that 20 minutes. I don't know whether there was a time progression on, but I really wasn't sure once the guys in front of me had pulled into the pits how much longer I could run. I thought I'd got a little bit of free air in front of me, but I just seemed to be dropping the lap time every lap, a couple of seconds here and there. So coming up on this little nasty event on the back of the grid, someone joining very late in the race and just taking it upon themselves just to cause mayhem, really. I'll not really give him a mention because people like that just aren't worth mentioning. But a couple of guys getting taken out there. It's just a shame to see it in online racing, to be honest. A really great race with people putting time and effort into these races, and people come along and ruin them. But yeah, just coming round to this last section, we've got Alluvian that seems to be serving a drive-through penalty for, I'm assuming, a few infringements coming through the S's. And I'm just starting to see Ratmaster in the background there. Is he going to be able to get in front of him as he comes through the pits? So he just jump on board with Ratmaster as he comes down into turn 1. Manages to keep on the inside. He knows full well that the car exiting the pit his tyre pressures aren't going to be anywhere near. He's bound to have dropped pressure through there, down through the sweeping corners, Craner curves through the old hairpin, up, heading towards McLean's and Coppice. Almost looks like the car's floating there, the Porsche. Maybe there's a little bit of issues with the shading or the shadows on the circuit. Up through Coppice and down this back straight. Just one more lap, the final lap this. So he really is pushing to keep hold of, I think this is P3 fighting for. But I think Alluvian's going to be gutted, really, that he didn't manage to hold on to that position. Picking up a drive-through, it's got to have been through the S's. There's no real other places that you're going to get that infringement unless he's running a little bit too wide into turn 1. So just coming out this final last corner through Goddard's, can he hold on to P3? See him in the background there. It's such a close battle down to the start finish line, and a great race. Really enjoyed the evening put on by the lads. Really just trying to get XCL up and running. All the lobbies, a heck of a lot of work for the guys to deal with, but really enjoyed the race, really enjoyed the experience. And if you are interested in featuring in any of these races, please do take a look at the website. Yeah, definitely something I'll be visiting more in the future. Thanks very much, guys, and all the best with the website. And I'll look forward to another race. As it says there, thanks to all the guys behind the scenes making this platform work and for organising the lobbies and bringing people together for some truly epic races. All the best, guys. Until then, ciao for now.